Well, if you are in the the South to the East, from the windows to the walls, you might see nothing but snow and ice. And by now, you probably sick of the people you've been stuck in the house with.
Mm.
See, that right there, that's it.
You said it, not me.
She agreed, but she
I
disagreed.
did not agree. I just simply said,
But hey, if you got your lights and your power and the heat, you in a good state. And once again, welcome to the Watch for the Hook Business and Entrepreneur Podcast. It is Michael Will.
The co-host is sick of being stuck in the house with y'all.
That would be Tatiana.
Mm.
You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. Jackson. Hey, all I can say is it is January. It's the end of January. We rolled into February when the ice done made its way to the south. Miss Parker,
Yes.
besides having cabin fever,
Is that what it's called?
it's cabin fever.
Okay.
Sick of being indoors.
Okay.
How you feeling today?
I'm all right.
All right. So everybody, we're gonna jump right into it today. So today we're gonna talk about, do you run your business like you run your household?
Or should you run your business like you run your household?
So me and Miss Parker were sitting there discussing, and we had been watching a little television. Been trapped in the house since Friday.
Binge and everything. Like totally caught up on so many things, including cleaning.
All the good stuff.
Yeah.
And so she was like, who, how would it work for people to run their household, run their business like they run a household?
Right.
So our household dynamic is Parker is the financier.
The dictator. Like, really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what she
feel
claimed. Yeah, that's what she said she is.
it. I feel as though it's befitting.
Yeah, she be talking a lot of shit. So just think about that. If one person understands the dollars and the cents of the household monies, should they be the person that understand the dollars and the cents of the business monies?
Or it could be if there is an established hierarchy in the household, should you have an established hierarchy in the business?
So is the established hierarchy in the household, how does that work over here?
Um,
Explain it to the people.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying that's how we run ours.
No, I get that.
I don't know. Typically they're within any uh partnership. Partnership means at least two, right?
Mhm.
There's a hierarchy.
Yeah. And when you thinking about it, Miss Parker always tell me, I ain't like the way you paid your bills when you
Well,
was
it
single.
will suck. It just sucked.
I ain't gonna lie. I've come to find out the way I pay my bills as a single man is how most of these Fortune 500 companies pay their bills. They be to the last minute. Oh, we got an invoice. It's 6 months overdue. You be like, really?
And that's fine.
That's how they pay their
But
bill.
that ain't how you paid yours.
No, I pay mine on time.
And right. So how you gonna sit your ass up here and just say you paid yours as a single person exactly the way Fortune 500 companies operate?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You paid yours up front in full with no intent to plan for emergency. They wait and
They got
hold out 120, 150 days,
they got that money.
180 days to pay. That's not the same. What the hell is wrong with you? The snow and ice?
See, y'all don't understand. That was a setup. I see. Y'all don't
No,
realize.
he just he
Nah,
got called out
no.
with
Listen,
his
listen.
bad analogy,
No, listen. If y'all don't,
inaccurate
if
analogies.
y'all know one thing about me, I be making sure my wife gets her gist input.
Whatever.
And sometimes I be having to stoke the fire
Whatever.
to get the input out of her that I be need.
Whatever.
Miss Parker, no, she ain't married nobody that was paying their invoices 2 months late.
No, the problem was you was paying everything with no plan, no safety net.
Oh,
But does that align to the topic of running your business like you run
yes.
your household? We were talking about
Just
hierarchy.
sit there and said it. How many businesses run without a safety net. Damn near a lot of them. What we say? A bad month, bad couple of months. What happened? You out of business.
Absolutely.
So guess what? If you run your household, we say the same thing about most households. They'll say you need a 6 month
Reserve,
reserve. Okay,
right.
exactly. So if they telling you that most households need a 6 month reserve and 99.8% of households don't have a 6 month reserve,
99.9.
don't you think most businesses is the same way? Do they have a 6 month reserve if times go bad?
Probably small businesses, definitely.
Because we learned in COVID. We learned it all now. Well, we saw some major chains shut down in like weeks.
Yeah,
We was like, wait a minute, they ain't got enough money to survive
right.
from February to March. Because when you think about it,
Yeah.
March of 2020, we discussed, this when COVID hit, it's when the world shut down. Last episode, we talked about how the Fed dropped the interest rate to help keep businesses in business. And by the time you turn around, let's say you go March, April, May, by the time the summer hit, late May, early June, there was businesses already saying, "Are we out?"
Mhm. I mean, but it could be a couple of nuances and variables there, right? It could be you were already struggling. It could be no, you hadn't planned for the future. It could be you did not have a safety net. It could be you were looking for an out.
All those.
Yeah.
Even for, like you said, how a business runs compared to like a household. Me and you was CEO and CFO of the house.
Well, I'm CEO and you're like
Whatever.
second in command. C something O.
Yeah.
CSO. C something O.
Just know I know about everything to go on. So that's all that matters in the hierarchy.
Mm.
That's all that matters in the hierarchy. Is you
But
in
can you run a business like that? Should you run a business like that where the hierarchy keeps people or keeps individuals that are directly underneath the hierarchy on a need to know basis, you know?
even like the apparel stuff? Because you ran the household so much, I had to take most of the reins when it came to the apparel stuff, right? Kind of like a
Yeah,
hierarchy. Like I did the social media stuff.
right,
I helped make sure if there was an order that needed to be coming out, I'd be like, hey, you got this order that's working like this.
right,
And you made sure on the financial end that the bills and everything else got paid.
right.
So in the hierarchy, it was still what 50-50.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, because if I forgot something, you got my back.
Yeah,
If you forgot something, I got your back.
yeah,
So when you running a business like that, because remember, it's just two of us.
right.
Now the issue is, and maybe not the issue, what happens when, let's say, if you're dealing with a hierarchy and you're a quote unquote small business, which is one employee to
To
499,
4.99, yeah. It's still a small
you're
business.
still a small business. All right, let's
You
say
can employ an additional 498 people, 499 if you include yourself.
exactly. So now when it comes to that type of hierarchy, somebody got to do some other thing. Let's say you got 200 plus employees, you're gonna need a few other hands to
Oh,
help out.
absolutely, absolutely.
So then,
That's when you have the lead. You're gonna need about at least 4 or 5 people to lead these 200, you know?
exactly. So the household don't get 400, 500 employees.
Mm-mm.
It's normally one, two.
Right.
If grandma and grandpa really that involved, maybe
Yeah.
three, four.
Right.
It's just. But I mean, it's just when you look at it like that, it's almost like okay, the hierarchy could be somebody at the top, somebody next up under him, them, or it's dual heads. It could be a dual headed snake, and then it just trickles down. Because
Yeah.
sometimes that's just how it looks. Because even when you're divvying up the responsibilities,
Right.
most time it don't go 50-50.
No, not really.
Sometimes it's 60-40.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even in the house, it could be 60-40 in the house, 60-40 in the business, 70-30, 80-20. It just all depends because you only know what works for you and your business
Yeah, that's true.
because everything runs differently. Like some people might. be like, well, who called the shots? Old school is the man.
I
Is
called the
the man
shots.
call the shots. Me and Miss Parker call the shots. It's just that simple. I mean, listen, at one point in time, I was working and living somewhere else, and she was here with the kids, working and living and maintaining a whole nother
Homes.
address.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had to be responsible for the address I was in.
Yeah, you did.
She was like, hey, did you pay your cable bill that don't never stay the same?
All right. 'Cause it fluctuated.
And I was like, yeah.
Check my high.
And I said, yeah, I paid the cable bill. She'd be like, why is it that much? I said, shit, I don't know.
What you up there buying?
I'm like, I ain't bought nothing. Hell, I just watched the same ragged ass cable the same. But then that's like how you run your household. Somebody got to pay attention to a lot of things,
Yeah.
and even in business.